about the innovation process, because Inventis is so prestigious and so validated, no? And the innovation contributions that you have made. What are the key steps of innovation, and how can people be encouraged to be innovative?
Yeah. I think that there is a hunger for innovation. Mm-hmm. Consumers are no longer satisfied with what they bought yesterday. There is this continuous cycle of, I want something that's new and something that's improved. So when we go to buy something, whether it's a store or online, we're looking for the next best version of a product. It's the reason why, every year Apple has to introduce a new version of the iPhone. Mm-hmm. If Steve Jobs would have just stopped with the first one and said, this is perfect, we're done, Apple wouldn't have the dominance that they have in the cell phone market. And so consumers are always looking for something that's new and improved, which means that this process, this cycle of innovation, has to happen faster and faster and faster. And you as a company, you as a brand, you as a leader, can't sit back and just say, all right, we've got a lead, let's just coast. Mm-hmm. Because behind you, there are entrepreneurs, there are other companies that are using innovation to catch up with the leader. They're figuring out how to narrow the gap so quickly by introducing a product that has better features, better design, better efficiency, easier to use, better for the environment. And if you take your eye off your rearview mirror, and if you're not focused on delivering in the future, your competition is going to pass you.
Yeah.
And they're going to pass you really, really fast.
Yeah, yeah. For those who play sports, the big metaphor that I find in your description is that, as I mentioned with Djokovic and top athletes, they have to re-engineer the game constantly because of this competitive situation. Someone is going to figure out another way. A technology is going to introduce a new element that makes them faster, stronger. So how do you play the game based on that? But for those of us who are watching that phenomenon from the outside, is to always go back to that question, is there a better way? Because even if I don't find myself competing, I might find myself competing because something changes in the environment. Someone wants something that I have, and I have to respond. So being ready as a thinker. I coined this phrase from my observation from these synergies between sport and business. Is like a peak performer is a flexible, creative, situational, resilient thinker who can design solutions and obtain perhaps extraordinary results, or maybe good results. So it's just to underline thinker, in that sense. I need to be prepared as a thinker.